Welcome back to the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce Chamber Vibes podcast. Foster and I are solo this morning, so we're just going to catch up on a few things that we have going on upcoming in the next few weeks at the Chamber. We can mention the job fair that was last week. That was a really great event. It was Foster's first signature event for the Chamber, and I thought it went really well.
I was really pleased with it. There was a lot of challenges, but like I told the exhibitors after, there were a lot of joys as well. I think that it was pretty well organized for changing the changing the venue in 2 days before it happened. And you know what? It didn't storm, but at least we're inside, and the job seekers didn't have to worry about the wind messing up their perfectly coiffed hair and stuff. But yeah, I think we had a really good turnout. I was really happy to see all the exhibitors. I think the atmosphere was something that was like really, really nice to me. It felt very community oriented. Everybody was really excited to be there, and yeah, you could just tell that everybody was really in the event in the 4 hours that we were there. But yeah, I was happy with it.
Yeah, I thought it went really well, and we will hopefully have some of our employers get some great new employees from the event. So it was great, and it's something that we look forward to every year. I think is just getting the community out there, and then we're helping the businesses, we're helping community members who are looking for a job. So it's just a really great event that we're able to offer each year.
Yeah, and just to touch on the jobs themselves, some of our exhibitors, they filled out a job directory form, and that is actually still available on our website. If you're looking for a job or you wanted to go to the job fair but weren't able to attend, you can still see what everybody was hiring for. And I highly encourage you to reach out to all the businesses, even if they didn't have the time to fill out the directory, because they're probably still hiring or they're at least setting up interviews. So it's definitely worth it to reach out to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's the easiest way to find it? Is it on the homepage of our website?
Yes, it's on the homepage.
Perfect. So if you just go to bedfordareachamber.com, scroll down just a little bit, and then you'll see it there. So we are also still in the middle of phase 1 of our brick campaign for our land purchase. So we are buying the land that our office building sits on, and phase 1 of the project, our goal is to raise $10,000. We're about halfway there right now, so we're still trying to get to that goal. It's a really great way to connect yourself with downtown Bedford. We're super close to the museum, the county admin building, and all the businesses that are downtown. So you can purchase a brick for yourself, your business, a loved one, and have your name in a permanent part of history.
Yep. I think it's really cool too, just getting to talk to everybody as they come into the office with their order forms, and they get to tell me, why they're purchasing an engraved brick, what it is they're putting on there, whether it be like a loved one that was a chamber member or somebody just that lived in Bedford all their lives and felt really passionate about the town and about the community, or if they're a business and they've been a chamber member for years, or if they just joined, or whether they have a really great relationship with us now or have in the past. But it's cool to hear everybody's stories, and it's all going to kind of come together in one big installation piece. So I think it has, history and meaning behind it. I think it's a really cool project.
Yeah, it really is. And we'll keep that project going probably for a few more weeks. So if you have any interest about learning more about it, you can call our office or come by and talk to us about it, and we'd be glad to talk to you more about it. And then this Thursday, tomorrow, April 13th, we are going to the Orange Street location of the Bedford Regional Water Authority to celebrate the completion of its Energy Service Companies project with a ribbon cutting and a tour. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. With the Water Authority, they're not often something that you think of as like a pervasive part of, our community. But I mean, they're the reason that we have water. And their locations, all of their treatment plants they've got pretty high security. So it's really cool that the public is being invited to their central plant and to learn about how this project, which is, I think it started in 2021, so that's like over 2 years that it's been in a work in progress. And they said they've already seen a lot of efficiency and cost savings before it's even done.
Right.
So I think it'll be really cool. One thing to note, though, is that there's not a whole lot of parking at the central wastewater plant. So if you're interested in coming, please try to carpool or, just be aware that you might not be able to park at the plant itself.
Yeah, and this is an event that's open to chamber members or non-members. It's free to come. Just you can come out and we'll get a tour of the plant to see the upgrades, learn a little bit more about the financial savings that are associated with it, and then we will cut the ribbon to help celebrate before we head on back to work. So it'll be tomorrow, April 13th at 12 o'clock. And again, that is the central plant that is on Orange Street in Bedford. So it'll be great to just celebrate our water authority. And like you said, it's not really something that you always think about unless you're having an issue with your water or something like that. But it's a great thing that we have right here in Bedford. They're a huge employer in Bedford. They have tons and tons of staff that have been with them for years. And it's just a really great thing that we have right here in our town. We also have our ribbon cutting and grand opening for Spring Oak of Bedford, formerly the Elks Home. That is coming up next Thursday, April 20th. And they're going to have a full day event.
Oh, yeah.
We had Ernie on the podcast last week, I believe, and he gave us a full recap of what is going on at the Elks Home and some really fun information and like background information about the community there and everything. So if you didn't listen to that episode, go back to last Wednesday's episode. But so they're going to start at 10 o'clock on April 20th with a healthcare fair on the front lawn. And Ernie said that they would accept vendors up until the day of. So if you're a healthcare business or company and you'd like to set up on their lawn that day, just give them a call and Ernie will find a spot for you.
Yep, he was very tickled by the fact that their front lawn is a 9-hole golf course. So there is plenty of space. If you're interested, give him a call. The healthcare fair runs from 10 to 3. There's food trucks for lunch from 11 to 1. So whether you're going to the healthcare fair or you just want to get some lunch, there's also going to be live music at that time. So you should definitely go check it out. And you should come back later that evening. We will be hosting a ribbon cutting at 4 p.m. with the ABC. And Ernie said that they're going to get some bugles for it to call attention. And him and the admin at the Elks Home are going to say some words. And we're going to cut the ribbon. And then that will start the open house, which will start around 5 p.m. Which is really exciting. I haven't been in the Elks Home in a while. I think since my senior prom was there in 2018, which is also really funny. I mean, the Elks Home has been a staple of the community since its inception, basically. So this will be a really cool community event. We'll get to kind of go inside, check it out, enjoy a drink, enjoy some snacks, talk to the new management. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. And that's something else that Ernie mentioned in last week's episode is that the Elks Home, for people who have lived in Bedford for years and years, it's a staple of the community. And people are used to going there and having events there, having it be a community-oriented place. And it seems like that was kind of lost for a few years, but Spring Oak is really wanting to bring that community aspect back to the Elks Home.
Yeah.
And they're not coming in saying it's Spring Oak now. It's not the Elks Home anymore. Ernie on the show, he said it's the Elks Home. It'll always be the Elks Home. They're not trying to change it. They're not trying to get people to think of it as something else. They know that people are always going to think of it as the Elks Home.
And that's a great thing, honestly.
It is. So we're excited. And I loved to last week when I asked him about doing tours there, and he said that they didn't like to refer to it as tours. They called it a community experience where you get to really come in and see how they do things there. So they'll also be doing that during the grand opening open house as well. If you or a loved one, if you're kind of considering options, maybe not for right now, it might be just considering options for the future. If you come out around the time of the ribbon cutting, you'll be able to really go in and see what all they have to offer, just in case, you never know.
Yeah, and the Elks Home is a beautiful facility. It has multiple buildings. There's a really nice garden area, and I like to go and walk the trail behind the Elks Home. There's a cemetery on top of the hill back there, and there's also a creek and the railroad, and there's a lot of nice space. They also have horses and cows, so it has quite a lot of things to go and see, even if you're not like looking for a senior care facility, and you just want to go check out the Elks Home in full. This is the time to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So that'll be next Thursday, April 20th. We have the full day kind of broken down on our website, but the healthcare fair will be 10 to 3, food trucks 11 to 1, the ribbon cutting will be at 4, and then the open house will start right after the ribbon cutting, probably around 5 or so. And then the Thursday after that, we have got a lot of Thursday things
Oh, yeah.
on the calendar, but on Thursday, April 27th, we are going back to the Hillcat Stadium for a Live at 5 networking event. And this is something that we get to do every year, and it's just really fun. It's a little bit of a different type of networking compared to just the usual networking, but that's going to be April 27th. The game starts at 6:30, so we'll probably get there around that time, maybe a little bit earlier. But we do have extremely limited seating for that event because we will be in the skybox.
Which is so cool.
It's so cool. And we'll have food and drinks and get to sit up there and watch the game. So if you are interested in attending that, let us know as soon as possible because we are running out of seats pretty quickly. But it is a very, very fun event.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. I love the Hillcats, and I haven't been there in a while either.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those things, too, where if you live here and you can just go watch a game anytime, you almost have that mindset of like, oh, we'll just go whenever.
Right.
But then you never actually do it.
It's just one of those cool things. That's another... I always talk about what I like about the Chamber, but I think just like the opportunity to do things that are kind of happening, but like don't take advantage of. Like the Chamber presents the opportunity in like a really structured way, in a way that it like makes sense to go at that time. So not only will you be enjoying a lovely Hillcats game, you'll also get to be in the game day box. You'll get to be hanging out with us and other professionals in the area, and maybe you can make some personal and professional connections.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, that one is on April 27th at 6:30. And also, just to quickly mention, if you want to come and you want to network and meet people, you don't have to stay for the whole game if you want to. We know it's a Thursday night, so if you want to come for just the first part of the game, it's not a huge deal if you need to sneak out a little bit early and get ready for work on Friday. But again, for that event, we do have to get RSVPs because of the limited seating. So just let us know. You can just call our office and let Michelle know that you want a ticket. It's free to attend. We just have to have your space reserved. And then the last thing that we'll mention this morning is our 2023 legislative wrap-up. And this is another one of those events that we do every year. We connect with the community and our legislators where they will give their thoughts on the General Assembly session and the impacts that it'll have on our community. And that event is going to be on Tuesday, May 2nd. It's early morning. It's 7:30 a.m. at Cedar Oaks in Bedford, but we will have breakfast.
Yes, we will have breakfast. And I think that breakfast is being catered by Bridge Street Cafe.
It is.
Yes, we love Bridge Street Cafe. We'll also be at Cedar Oaks, which is so, so beautiful. And Tim Saunders from Virginia Career Works is coming to moderate the Q&A session with the legislators. So that is really exciting. And I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I actually worked for the Virginia Employment Commission right before this job. And a very big buzz is going on about workforce development right now. So I think that will be probably a heavy topic
Mm-hmm.
there. So I'm really excited to hear more about that because there's some legislature that might be getting passed soon about that.
Yeah, and so right now we have Delegate Wendell Walker, State Senator Steve Newman coming. We also have Matt Hall with the Attorney General's
Mhm.
office, so he will be there at the very beginning of the event to give us a little bit of an update on what's going on at the AG's office. We did have the Attorney General come to a networking event last month, I believe.
Yep.
And so, if you weren't able to make it out to that event and get to talk to him, this would be a great time to just hear what they have going on in their office. Matt is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He is such a nice guy, and I think he's really looking forward to being back in the Bedford area and being able to talk to some of our community members.
Yeah, it's nice to have Matt coming back for that because the Attorney General is so busy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to have a nice relationship with his office.
Yeah, absolutely. So the timeline for that event, it'll start at 7:30. We'll do breakfast. We'll have Matt with the Attorney General's office speak, and then we'll let each of our legislators talk for a few minutes about the General Assembly session and kind of what they were advocating for and the session from their eyes, and then we'll go right into that Q&A session moderated by Tim Saunders. So if you are in attendance and you have a question that you'd like to ask, you'll be able to do that as well. So we have a lot going on at the chamber as usual. I guess we didn't mention for the legislative wrap-up, it's May 2nd, and registration is available on the website right now. That's another event that you do have to RSVP for. So it is on the website, or same thing, you can call our office and let Michelle know that you'd like to come, and we can get you on the list that way as well. We are constantly evolving and trying to add new things and make things better for our chamber members. So we know it's a lot going on. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask, and we'd be happy to clarify. Most everything that we have going on is on our website, bedfordareachamber.com. But if you still have questions.
And the best way to keep up with us, not only with the website, but follow us. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I am posting to Facebook a lot because that seems to be the Bedford community's favorite way of communicating.
Mm-hmm.
But you should also, just check out our page, even if you don't want to commit to a like or a follow. We're always posting great things that are happening in the area. We're reposting people in the area. It's a really nice type of bulletin board. And just to see what's going on. Maybe you're feeling bored this week. You want to go down to Electric Co Bistro. You want to know what their specials are. We're reposting that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just our events, which there are many. But it's also our members, the community. So yeah, follow us.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce on pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
If you type that into the search bar, it'll pop up. You'll see our blue and green logo. But yeah, I guess that'll kind of do it for what we have going on. We've got some more events that are happening in May, but we'll wait until we get closer to that month before we start talking about those. Again, if you have any questions, please visit our website or our social media or give us a call at the office. It is 540-586-9401, and keep a lookout for the next Chamber Vibes podcast.